What is happening, everybody? It is a gorgeous day here in Connecticut. Mid to upper 70s, no humidity. Here's my cellar hole. Uh, and not even any bugs. Look at me. No mosquitoes, no deer flies yet. They'll find me, I'm sure. But I am back at the scene of the crime where I dug that beautiful 2 Real that was countermarked and that drape bust large scent. I got a little more time today. Still plenty of swinging area, but you can see what's happened in the past month and a half. Ferns have come in, so they're not too bad in the shade. I'm sure where they're out in the sun, they'll be a little taller, but that ain't gonna stop me. I got plenty of time today. Let's get this video started. So this fella's been at it about a half an hour, so I haven't gotten too far. I was down around a little loopage around the cellar hole. A lot of iron down there. I'm slowing down. I haven't put the small coil on because there's just not enough iron to warrant it. But I'm not hearing anybody missed anything around the hole. But again, I'm not far. This is roughly the same distance away from the cellar hole that I got that beautiful Spanish Silver, and I got a decent tone now that I moved the log out of the way. Let's take a look at this. You can't hear it, but we can look at the numbers. That's the log I had to roll out of the way. That's been here a long time, so I have no doubt that somebody could have missed the tone right here. And the edge of that log was just right where the edge of the coil is, but might be able to hear the headphones over there, but that's very chirpy. That's giving me, of course the sun's always in the way. There we go. Nice numbers that way. Not quite that way, but it's getting close. I'm excited. Let's dig a hole. And of course, Mr. Root's got to come and play. Oh wait, Mr. Root. Right there. I'm just going to fumble around for this thing. You kidding me, right? That was one heck of a tone for a flat button, but that is one thick flat button. That's the thickness of a modern penny, so oh well, not quite a bazinga, but hey, I'm on the board with a little bit of a flat button. And a little better look at that ambitious bugger. Holy moly, that rang up good, but boy, that's a thick button. Like I said, that's about as thick as a modern penny almost. Nice heavy button. But, yeah, it was ringing high. I thought for sure that was going to be maybe a British copper or something on its edge. But, well, we got something. Let's keep at it. All right, I'm gaining a little traction here. Probably just 5 minutes. I'm starting to wander a little bit here now that I've poked around the cellar hole. Now I'm starting to orbit out a little farther, and I'm going down the hill from the cellar hole. This one didn't take long, and I'm still close to the hole. And right there is the lip. I'm just going down the hill. This one rang up like a button's supposed to. This one was in the mid-30s. Oops, and I am completely out of the shot because I'm trying to look at the relic and not through the phone. Yeah, 3540 on the MXT. And I'm actually running a little hotter today than I would normally run it because this property is on a slope, and The 2 coins that I dug here were deeper than I expected them to be, especially that silver. So I'm running the machine a little hot today. It's gotten happy over a couple targets, but nope, that's the real deal. A little button. Relic number 2 in 10 minutes. We'll take that. Off we go. I guess I'm on a little bit of a streak here. Nothing killer, but more digging, which is good. Next find is right there. I'm along the road that was part of that wall that went down the hill here. It's been washed out, the entire road. But I think this area I'm in is where there must have been some sort of path down to the lower fields, because that's where I got that button, or one of the buttons, and this bugger. And I think I'm in a pretty good patch of sun here. Of course, now the wind's going to kick in, but yeah, that's some sort of spoon or fork handle. Looks like it had a little silver wash on it at one point, maybe, unless that's a nickel plating that's just shot. I can't tell. There's no markings on it that I can see either. The tail end of it looks a little rotted. I don't think that's... nah, that's chewed off. So, nothing fantastic, but that was deep in a hole with a nail. I had to fight through roots and whatnot to get it, so... nothing incredible like the first trip here, but we're digging stuff. So I jumped the wall. Cellar hole's up over there, big stone wall. I was just going down what I thought was a path down to the lower fields. That's where I got some of my goodies, and it just kind of... it goes into very, very thick ferns, and I can't really dig over there anymore, unfortunately. It's just too tough to swing. The shaft just keeps getting wrapped around ferns, and yeah, I'm not getting anywhere. So I got to dip down where it's a little thinner, and that's where I'm at. I'm hoping maybe something on this road washed down the hill. A few relics piled up somewhere, kind of like gold does, but yeah, I got a bucket lister anyway. And there she is. It was deep. It rang up good. I don't know if that's off a tractor. There's some threading or something in there. That's a Ford center cap. I don't know if that would have been for like a Model A that would have come trundling down what's left of the road. You can see how badly it's washed out. It's not too bad here, but once you get up there, it's badly washed out. And you can see where it washes out and goes down in there. And the dirt piles up down there. I may wind up down there by the end of the day because I want to really see where some of this stuff settles in. Still digging. Off we go. I'm definitely getting my orbit on now. The place has been hit pretty good. I just had some serious 30-minute luck with those coins. This little structure here, this is a square. I'm going to guess they use this for isolating animals. I don't think it was a barn. It's not on particularly level ground, and there's a lot of other bigger rocks around it. This wasn't anything for agriculture. I think this is just an isolation pen. I believe the barn, there's a very shallow square cut up in that hill. They actually used a large natural stone, I think, to make part of the barn. It's very shallow. I don't think they stored anything under it. I don't know what they did, back a cart up against it or something. It's not your typical barn foundation you'd see, but it's up there somewhere. It's very tough to see through the weeds. And I'm just getting started down here. It's quiet. There's no nails, so that's why I don't think this was ever a structure. But let's see what we get over here. There are tones here. You know, you're not seeing me dig a lot on video because I'm not going to show you everything I'm getting out of here. And I'm getting some casings, I'm getting some shotgun shells, and there's another example of what I'm getting, and I'm just not showing, but you know, just to keep it real. Yeah, this is what else is here. There are tones, but just not the tones I'm looking for. And that's that square animal pen we were just looking at a second ago. And I'm just slowly working this little area here. It's all rocky in here. I'm hoping folks aren't swinging around these rocks. You know, like I said, they weren't growing crops over here. This is the animal side, I'm guessing, and over on the other side of the road over there, where I got my day started, I think is where they did all their crops because it's cleaner. But yeah, enough chattering. That looks like the back end of a jacketed round, if I were guessing. Man, it rang up nice. Sounded like a button. It was, you know, machine was right. It was down 4 or 5 inches, but yeah, it's not 1700s or 1800s. So that's the reality of detecting. We'll keep digging. Ooh, baby! I just had a heart stopper. Numbers weren't ringing right. I thought it was a nice deep button, and then this pops out of the hole. There it is. It was under root, so I couldn't do a little fidgety live grabby thing, but boy, oh boy, did that look good right there. It's Oh, it is kind of hollow. Yeah, it's a cap off of something. Oh, that's a back off of a watch. I don't know what that is. Running up like a button, and I can see why. It's about the thickness and the size of a button, but boy, that edge for a second gave me the spooks. That looked good sitting in the dirt like that. Oh well. Junk. Well, boys and girls, that's where I'm going to cut this one off. I've been all over this place, and unfortunately the ferns are what's holding me back. I was going to spend a couple more hours here, but I'm just running out of ground I can detect. I want to get across the road over into what I think they were using for crops. That's where I found that drape bust. It's a lot more work too, which means there's more potential for drops, but it's so grown in with ferns. I went in there as far as I could. I dropped, I dug where I could. I'm being a good boy. I'm getting between the trees and the rocks. I'm digging stuff. They missed targets here that they shouldn't have missed, but unfortunately for me, they're turning out to be parts of brass casings, fired lead, bits of fired lead, 22s, which I've ignored now. I'm just not even answering those numbers anymore. So persistence pays off. One of the things that I have learned over the past couple of years or so, doing nothing but whip cellar holes, persistence, and it's gotten me a Fugio, it's gotten me some other little good finds, it's got me that amazing 2 real with a countermark, and a great bust. Not the best, but I will take it. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. I will be back soon with something else. You guys go out and get yourself some too. See ya.